Hey, it's Wayne Williams. Speaking of horses, we are at the CHA International Conference, Houghton, New York, at Houghton College. It's a beautiful facility, and the convention and conference is going on here. We're going to take you around and show you a lot about what's going on. So let's take a trip around the CHA International Convention, Houghton College in Western New York. Speaking of horses, and we're here at the CHA International Conference. We're in Houghton, New York, Houghton College. Right now, one of the big supporters of CHA, Julie Goodnight. Julie, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, you've been a supporter of CHA for many years. Tell us about your involvement.
Well, actually, probably about 30 years ago is when I first got involved with CHA, and I was a riding instructor, horse trainer, ran a riding program, a boarding facility, just typical horse trainer. And I started a girls' horse riding camp. And I felt like I needed some sort of credential because I was taking people's children and taking responsibility for them. And I thought, well, this thing's going to go a lot better if I have some sort of credential to back me up. So I started looking at all the different instructor certification programs. There aren't very many in this country. There's just a few. Now I think there's just 2. At that time there were 3 or 4. I looked at all of the certification programs and I chose CHA. For a few really important reasons. One is that in CHA certification, you can come into one certification clinic and you can leave at the level of certification that you can demonstrate proficiency in. In other words, you don't have to first become a level 1 instructor, then become a level 2 instructor and move up the ladder. So for someone like myself, who already had a lot of teaching experience and a lot of riding ability, I was able to get the highest level of certification on my first clinic. So that was attractive to me. The other thing that was attractive is that it's both English and Western. And I love the philosophy of CHA that no matter that we don't care what techniques you teach, as long as they're safe, fun, and effective. And so that's what CHA clinics are about, showing that you can keep riders safe, they can have a good time, and they can learn something. And so I was really attracted to all of that, and that's how I ended up with CHA. And I went to my first certification clinic, and I did achieve the highest level of certification. And when I walked away from there, I thought I would never be involved with CHA any more than that because I just came to get the piece of paper. But what happened was something I never expected. First of all, I was very enamored of my clinic instructors. They were much older and much wiser than me, and I felt like I had so much to learn from them. Secondly, they identified me as a potential clinic instructor, and so they just sucked me right into the organization. And so the very next year, I was teaching certification clinics myself. 2 years later, I was actually working for the organization. I worked for CHA for about 10 years as their program director, overseeing all the certifications. Eventually, I got to a point in my career where I had to step away from that much involvement, but since that time, I've been the spokesperson for CHA. So I'm still very involved with the organization, always attend the conferences here, and I love to share the good work that the organization does with everyone and anyone who will listen.
Well, I do. I've been covering 4 or 5 of these conventions now, but you're always there no matter where. We're in a beautiful part of the country, Houghton, New York, which is Western New York, mountainous, beautiful. You never know you're in New York if you just think of the city. But it's kind of out of the way here, and here you are,
Well, it took me all day to get here yesterday. I left at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got here at about 6 o'clock at night. After a 3-hour drive, let's see, a 2-hour flight followed by a 1-hour flight followed by an hour-and-a-half drive just to get here for one day. But this is a beautiful part of the country, and you're right that when you say to people I'm going to New York, they always picture New York City.
Yeah.
But upstate New York is so vastly different than what most people think of.
And actually, we're in the state of New York, but we're darn near 400 miles east of New York City. I mean, this is almost you're almost Pennsylvania. You're almost Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So it's you know, it's a part of the New York you don't think about.
Yeah.
But
Very
it's
rural.
very rural, very beautiful, and everybody just thinks New York City. It's like when they think Illinois, they think Chicago. But anyway, you're right. The nice thing about CHA is it's always safe for the rider, it's safe for the horse, and it's fun. And it doesn't matter your discipline, you know. Well, Julie, it's nice to talk to you. How do people get a hold of you? JulieGoodnight.com. Right.
Everything you need to know about me is there. We have all our online training programs and, of course, equipment and videos and all of that at JulieGoodnight.com. We've got a podcast, comes out monthly. It's called Ride On with Julie Goodnight. And, monthly blog. I don't know how I do it all.
I know.
I have good people that work for me.
Julie, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Stay with us. We're going around the CHA convention here on Speaking. We're going to be right back with more from Houghton College and the CHA International Convention 2019. Stay with us.
Family, and we only want the best for them. No standing water means clean, good tasting, algae-free, mosquito-free, and virus-free water. No risk of electric shock, no risk of fire from faulty wiring. Cool water in the summer, warm water in the winter. Water delivered fresh from the water supply at 50 degrees year-round. Drinking Post Water.
The rural American lifestyle. It's how we work, and it's how we play. It's how we learn and how we enjoy the finer things in life. How we take care of our animals and tend to the land. It's a way of life. Has been for hundreds of years. Now there's a whole new way for rural America to watch TV.
Hey, speaking of horses, CHA International Convention or Conference, we are in Houghton, New York, Houghton College. The CEO for the CHA, Christy Landwehr, is my guest. So, Christy, welcome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Wayne.
Tell us a little bit about CHA and this year's convention here in New York.
Sure will. So we're one of the only horse conferences out there where you get to ride horses, which I think is really cool. So we always end up going to a host site that has really quality school horses and tack and those types of things so that all of our speakers can have the people ride during their session. So we had a full day yesterday, hotel-based. Today and tomorrow is all arena-based. Certified Horsemanship Association has been around 52 years. We were 1967 was our foundation. We have certified roughly 30,000 people at this point, both equine facility managers as well as instructors. And we, at any given time, have about 3,500 that are active and current with us. We're in all 50 states and almost every province in Canada.
Yeah, and you got somebody here from. Your furthest away was from where?
Yeah, actually, she went to Houghton College as a student, so it's a little bit cheating.
Oh, okay.
And she got certified after this program, and then she ended up in East Africa running the horsemanship program, and she came back for a visit. But we have two from Canada, we have California, we have Oregon, so they definitely come from all over.
I was going to say, yeah. So it's quite a conference now. How many years have you done this conference?
The conference has gone on for almost 30 years now, so way before my time, because I'm much younger than that, so way before my time. But yes, it's been about 30 years that we've actually done it.
Well, I've been coming 2 or 3, 4 years in a row now, and it's always been a lot of fun, a lot of good people, and of course the organization does some great things to promote good, safe horsemanship.
That is our purpose. So our why statement is that CHA instructors and all equine professionals certified by us change lives through safe experiences with horses. So as some of you might know, over in Europe, whether it's Great Britain or Germany, it's required by federal law that all equine professionals, whether you're a farrier, a trainer, an instructor, get certified by the government or accredited by the government for their facility. Okay, we don't do that here. It's a strictly voluntary organization here in the United States. It's voluntary to go through our program. Nobody's making you, but it does give you that next level of expertise. You're saying, I voluntarily chose to have a third-party entity evaluate my skills. And I think that's huge.
It is. It is. Well, Christy, it's a great conference. Thanks for joining us. And Stay with us. We're going around the CHA International Convention 2019, Houghton College, Houghton, New York. And believe me, when you think of New York, if you just think of New York City, you haven't seen the countryside here. We're about an hour and a half south of Buffalo, New York, in the hills. It's gorgeous. Christy, thank you. Hey, speaking of horses, I'm here at the CHA International Convention. We are in Houghton, New York, Houghton College. Clarissa Reese is my guest. You're the director for the equine program here.
Yes, I am.
So tell us a little bit about your involvement with CHA.
Yeah, so personally, I am a master instructor and assistant clinic instructor for CHA for their standard riding instructor certification, and also an ACI for assistant clinic instructor for their equine facility managers program. And as the college, we've been an accredited site for many years. And we also host a lot of, usually 2 or 3 a year, of our riding instructor certification programs, as well as equine facility manager certification program. We also use the CHA's seasonal and equestrian instructors, so their seasonal one for their camp programs. We use that for our camp instructors in the summer. So actively involved with them, love the CHA program.
Well, let me tell you, I've never been here before. I've heard of your college. I've heard of the equestrian program. But this is gorgeous. You've got quite a facility here, and you're in a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, feel so blessed. It's amazing. So this arena was actually an anonymous gift to us 2 years ago now. We finished the building last July, so we've been in it a little over a year for the new part of our facility, and we're so blessed by that anonymous donor, whoever they are. And the equestrian program, we're on the top of a hill in western New York, and so especially right now, it's fall, it's October, so we have beautiful changing of leaves and seasons, so we absolutely love it. We get wind in the winter, but...
But it's such a remote part of New York. People think of the city.
Yeah.
We're in the eastern part of the state. You're an hour and a half south of Buffalo. It's hilly. It's almost mountainous, not quite mountains, but close. You know, the Allegheny Mountains are not too far to the south.
Yep.
But it's just a gorgeous, remote country location with quaint little towns.
Oh, it is. Thank you for saying that. We think so. So we have a lot of quaint little towns around, even Houghton. You know, we have no stoplights, no stop signs actually on Route 19. So we're very small. We have 2 restaurants. Well, 3 restaurants. So
I know how remote you are because it's 20 miles to my hotel.
yes, we are very far out.
Yeah.
We love that, especially for the equestrian program. We have lots of trails on site. So we have about 386 acres up here for our equestrian farm.
Yeah.
And so we're able to spread out a bit and utilize that land. We do our own hay on our property and all of that. So it's a great facility, great location.
Yeah. Well, Clarissa, you do a great job. It's a great facility. And thank you for your support, too, with CHA.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Speaking of horses, and we're going around the CHA convention here at Houghton College.
All right.
Dr. Robert Coleman. Now, you're actually out of University of Kentucky. He is the president-elect for CHA. I was told that your handle is CHA Proud.
That's what I put on my email.
So tell us about your involvement with CHA and leading up to the fact that you are now the president-elect.
I had a lot of very good friends that were involved in CHA that had encouraged me to look into it. And then a number of years ago, when it was in Lexington, probably 8 or 10 years ago, and I got to participate as a speaker, got to meet some of the people, and then got convinced that I should let my name stand for the board, which I did. And then as some of the board things changed, got to do that. And then I have gone on and become certified in the facility accreditation program. So I'm a site certifier, site trainer. Just find that the educational opportunities through CHA are really, it's comfortable to be part of it just because of the education.
Well, it's a great group.
They are. I couldn't believe when I first started and before the why statement came up, but it was like, we believe in safe, effective, and fun. dealings with horses, and it's like, well, safe and effective, I get that, but they do really embrace having some fun and enjoying each other.
Well, in this day and age, in the world we currently live in, we've almost forgotten how to have fun. And fun is the key. If you're having fun, the other problems minimize or go smaller.
Yep.
You've got to get yourself above the problems and have fun.
They do, and the other thing I found really interesting and very refreshing and a little unique in the horse industry is that your qualification to be really part of this group is that you like horses. Which kind you like is immaterial, what hat you might wear is immaterial, but they respect you for your interest and enthusiasm for the horse. And do we always agree? No. Do we learn from each other? Absolutely.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, if you've got horses, 99% of what you do with a horse is the same no matter what your discipline. The only difference at the end of that last 1%, is your discipline or your riding style or whatever. But all the rest of what you have to do in caring for, taking care of, and maintaining a horse is all the same, whether it's a burro or a $100,000 warm blood. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, and I really enjoy this group because they embrace that. They really and truly do. That it's, you're part of this. You understand a particular subject matter. Maybe I can learn from you.
Yeah.
And maybe I can learn from you. And, they're just really good about it, and they really are about learning. If you see the people that are here at the convention, there's a lot. It's not their first convention. They keep coming back time after time because they're just looking to learn.
And you look at the number of people that are here, and Houghton College here is a great college, and it's a great area, but it's really out of the way. And you really have to want to come here. I mean, it's tough to get to, and there's a lot of people here, so they want to be here.
Absolutely. And they're here to renew their friendships, make new friendships, keep their network alive. Lots of trading of business cards and contact information. It's just really a lot of fun. I always learn a lot when I come. Some things I remember that I knew that, some things is brand new.
And as you always say, CHA proud, right?
Absolutely, got to be CHA proud.
Now, I don't know whether it's Dr. Robert Coleman, Bob, thank you very much. Hey, it's Wayne Williams. We're going to be right back with more from Houghton College and the CHA International Convention 2019. Stay with us.
Fence systems, they're non-conductive, they're self-insulating, they're maintenance-free. Beyond that, they're very easy to install. They'll last for years and years. Timeless fence systems.
Hey, again, speaking of horses, CHA convention. Boy, Barb, you're posing like great. This is motion pictures. You don't have to pose like still. But Barb De Palma, and you are here with GGT Footings. You're one of the vendors and a backer of CHA.
That's correct. We are sponsoring the convention.
So now, is this your first year doing this?
It is actually.
Yeah. So what's your take on CHA?
Oh, I absolutely love the certification program. I am certified myself with the American Riding Instructors Association.
Okay.
I believe it's very important.
You're based out of North Carolina?
I'm in South Carolina, in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Okay. Okay, but that's why you're close to Tryon, because you're just across the line from...
That's correct.
Yeah.
I actually live in North Carolina, but work in South Carolina.
Okay, well, that's close enough. You know, they're all right there on the border.
Right there.
So tell us a little bit about GGT.
Well, we provide arena footing all across the country to residential and commercial venues, and to provide safer footing for horses and for riding instructors. Actually, they spend a lot of time walking around in sand and stabilizes the surface.
Well, and the product is, it's a great product. And of course, you're at an area where, there may be 150 people here or so, but all of them are very influential and very in need of, or very sympathetic to what you're doing as far as the footing. So it's a great mix. You're getting to the right crowd.
Well, that's what we feel like is our niche.
Yeah.
I wanted to network with other riding instructors and tell them about the benefits of GGT.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a great product. Your table happens to be right beside my Speaking of Horses table. And you got this great smile. You really put on this television smile. So where do you go from here? Do you travel a huge area?
We're going to be at the Equine Fair next in West Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay, that's like the second weekend in November up in at the Big E in Springfield, Mass.
Yes,
right.
we'll be in the Better Living Center in booths 101 and 102, and we will also be in the Mallory building.
So how do people contact you? Website, Facebook?
That's right. It's www.ggtfooting.com.
Great. Barb, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Stay with us here on Speaking of Horses. Hey, it's Wayne Williams, Speaking of Horses. Beth Powers is my guest here at the CHA International Convention. We're in Houghton, New York, and Beth is the immediate past president. So, Beth, welcome, and give us your take on this year's CHA convention.
Well, this year CHA is in wonderful Houghton College in beautiful upstate New York. The facilities are fabulous. The students are wonderful. The horses are great. There's so much to learn here. Every time we do one of these conventions, we just have so many quality speakers, and it's always a great time to be able to ride different horses under the tutelage of wonderful instructors such as Julie Goodnight and, of course, our own Miss Joanne Young, and this is her pride and joy, and we're so happy she was able to get this facility built.
Oh, this is a gorgeous facility. I mean, we are in the Hill area, south of Buffalo, New York. You wouldn't even know you're in New York. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous area. And Houghton College has got a great equestrian program and a great facility, kind of out here, I would say in the middle of nowhere, but it's God's country.
Oh, definitely. And Joanne, she is a gem to be sure. I've known Joanne for, oh my gosh, almost 20 years. And she is just a wonderful person, obsessed with horses, incredible teacher. And I'm just so thankful she was able to have this wonderful facility, to be able to use it. And it's a really blessing. It is right in the middle of nowhere, that's for sure. But they've always had wonderful horses and wonderful students and really compete at very top level.
So now you're from?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio. Well, you're not that far away then.
No, it's a pretty good drive. It was a beautiful day we drove up here.
Yeah, it was a beautiful day yesterday too, Saturday or Thursday. This is Friday. It's a little rainy this morning.
Oh, that's all right.
But it's all right. It's still not cold.
Right,
so we're still in good shape. So Beth, thanks for joining us, and we're going around the CHA convention here at Speaking of Horses.
All right, thank you.
Hey, it's Speaking of Horses, Wayne Williams. We are in Houghton, New York, Houghton College at the Equestrian Center. And it's the CHA, or Certified Horsemanship Association, International Convention. With me right now is Melanie, and she is with the AHA. It's an association for hippotherapy. So Melanie, welcome, and tell us a little bit about the association and hippotherapy.
Sure. So AHA, or the American Hippotherapy Association, is an educational organization that educates occupational therapists and their assistants, physical therapists and their assistants, and speech-language pathologists and their assistants on how to utilize equine movement as a treatment tool in their therapy sessions as part of a larger plan of care. So hippotherapy is a treatment tool that utilizes the three-dimensional movement of the horse to facilitate a change in our clients. So depending on what discipline you're in, whether it's OT, PT, or speech, we are trained in how to utilize that movement to help our clients reach functional outcomes.
Well, you know, it's interesting if you look at a lot of the therapeutic riding associations or the centers that are around the country, you know, to go up to the step of hippotherapy, of true hippotherapy, you need to have certified or licensed people involved, correct?
Yes. So it is the stance of AHA that we tend to call what is therapeutic riding, what is known to most people, we call it adaptive riding. So in adaptive riding, you are teaching someone with a disability how to ride a horse. You are adapting either your skills or your equipment to kind of meet their individual needs, where hippotherapy is a treatment tool that is utilized by someone who first has the educational background and the licensure within their specific state and is then specifically trained in how to use the movement.
And you know, one of the interesting things, I think, and I have noticed this with having worked with some therapeutic groups, horses are one of the first therapy tools that many of these adults or children, doesn't matter, but if they have a disability, if they have a challenge, horses are one of the first methods of therapy for them that can actually respond or love them back. Machines and things cannot, but a horse can.
Yep. And that's one of one of the great things that I get to see on a daily basis. So in addition to my work with AHA, I am also the coordinator of therapy services at an organization that I work for full time. And so in addition to doing all the educational stuff with AHA, I get to treat clients at home with horses, and that's one of the benefits I get to see on a daily basis.
So Melanie, your full name is?
My name is Melanie Richards. And I am a speech-language pathologist licensed through the state of New Jersey, and I'm also a board-certified hippotherapy clinical specialist through the American Hippotherapy Certification Board.
And this was news to me. I did not know there was an association for hippotherapy, but it's great because I believe in it 100%.
Me too.
So if people want more information, Facebook website?
Sure.
What?
So our Facebook, we have an Instagram, we also have a LinkedIn, and you can also go to our website, www.americanhippotherapyassociation.org.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, speaking of horses, we're here CHA convention in Houghton, New York, Houghton College. Teddy Franke is my guest. Now, Teddy, you've been associated with CHA for quite a few years. You're out of Oregon, and you do a lot of video and YouTube work for them.
Yeah, we've been running a YouTube channel for a little over a year now. It's called Live Equestrian, and it really just features people and horses in different events, and the idea is just celebrating the horse. It brings us all together, and it's something that people from across disciplines and ideas in their horsemanship can kind of get together on, and so we just enjoy celebrating that and sharing just people.
Well, we've done some talking with other people here, Bob for one, that, 99% of what you do with a horse has nothing to do with the breed of horse.
Absolutely.
Or discipline.
Yeah.
It's all horses. And what you do to be with them, take care of them, handle them. That last 1% is when you single out what your discipline is, what your breed is. So most of it's the same, regardless of, whether it's donkey, burro, all the way up to $200,000 warm bled for eventing. It doesn't matter. You have a love of a horse or an equine, or you wouldn't have them.
Yeah, a horse is a horse, and the principles are the same. If you get the principles right, it doesn't really matter your discipline or even your methodology. You can build methods up on the spot if you understand the principles of horsemanship, and you do things that are meaningful to the horse, not to the human. And I think that's where people maybe get things backwards a little bit, is they do things that are meaningful for the human. But if they can kind of understand that we're doing this, the horses are serving us. The reality of it is they're serving us. But we can sure make that a pleasant experience for them. And when they find that it's a pleasant experience, then they willingly serve us. Not only that, they find a lot of joy in that. And so that's one of the exciting things about really pursuing horsemanship, is learning how to create a good experience for your horse, and then they give so much back to you in return.
That's true. And an interesting quote I saw the other day, and I cannot remember who it was by. It was on Facebook, on the internet, but this one I believe to be true. But it basically said, "My horses have taught me a tremendous amount. Very little of it had to do with horses themselves. It has to do with all of, basically what he's saying is all the other life's lessons that they've taught him." So, well, Teddy, keep up the good work with YouTube.
Absolutely.
and for CHA.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. This is Speaking of Horses. That's a trip around the CHA International Convention for 2019. We're glad to be here again with Speaking of Horses. Thank you for joining us from Houghton, New York at Houghton College and their wonderful equestrian program. We'll see you next time on Speaking of Horses.